All right, hey Capricorn. So I am doing a spiritual connections read. So this is going to be you and somebody that you feel spiritually connected to. And there's going to be no precipice on whether it's a separation, in and out, new. We're going to look into your energy and how you feel about them and where this needs healing physically, emotionally, and spiritually in order to gain ground and movements. All right. So I use connection to energy and my intuition to see where we're going. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. I do hope you'll subscribe. And if this does not resonate, please check your other placements, you guys. All right. So for your energy, we have the Five of Cups coming through with a Tower card. So some of you guys could have experienced a recent and sudden Tower moment when it comes to the interaction with this person. I almost feel like you're wanting to connect with that happiness again, what you have felt. All right. And I feel for some reason this is all just recently transpired, upset about the past. But what spirit wants you to know is you got to turn your thinking around. All right. You guys need to remember when you see this cup, the Two of Cups is standing there for a reason. There's nothing that we can do about the past. There's absolutely nothing. All you're holding on to is a memory. All you're holding on to is a situation that cannot be changed. All you can do is change the future, change your mindset in order to change the future. All right. So we can't change the past. So we have to turn around and start moving forward. The Tower card is sudden chaotic changes. So I almost feel like this could have been something that happened within the last week or two, something very unexpected within the dynamic of this connection. All right. For these spiritual connections, what I want to say is I'm not feeling so far with the earth signs that none of you guys have actually been committed to this person, but rather wanting that commitment, having that desire for that commitment. Okay. The Ten of Cups is just kind of wanting those feelings and emotions of happiness back, seeing the bigger picture, seeing the rainbow, seeing the house, the kids, the car, the full dynamic of love and emotional stability and support coming through, wanting that long-term happiness. So let's see how it is you feel about this person, how you feel about this person. The Page of Wands. So you definitely feel this is spiritually connected and linked. All right. Here's what I'm going to say. You know that something needs to transpire. You know that something needs to transform or transmute in order for this to fully move forward. Okay. The Death card is that recognition of transformation and rebirth. How you feel about them is possibly that there are changes that they are going through or that needs to be made in order for you guys to have a successful dynamic together. All right. It could be, and I'm not saying that you feel like you're more spiritually aware, but this is an awareness right here that something within this person needs to change. And what I want to tell you guys is on these spiritual connections, the more we pull our energy within and pray on this person's behalf, we start to see those fruitful changes. Okay. The World card in reverse just is speaking that you don't want this. I'm sorry, it did come in reverse, but I flipped the cards around. Basically, it's like, I don't want this to be over with. But what the World card is also depicting is we're going to cycle out one timeline in order to have a fresh new beginning. All right. With the Page of Wands coming through, this is removing self-limiting beliefs. Knowing that this person has some limiting beliefs that needs to be removed. This is a spiritual path card also. This person potentially could have helped you discover your own limitless potential and helped you free your spirit and movement towards where you want to be. All right. So they could have helped you unbeknownst to them or whether they know or not. I feel like this is helping you kind of see a bigger picture when it comes to life, happiness, and love. What you need to remember is how you felt when you first met this person, and you don't need them to actually make you feel that way. All right. The Knight of Pentacles is a wounded warrior. So how you feel about them as somebody who's gone through a lot. A lot. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is the wounded warrior. It's slow and steady. And you know that this person, how you've dealt with them, about it has been slow and steady to this point. It could be Capricorn that, somebody wants to push this forward a little bit quicker than what is expected, and it's not being appreciated. That could be your energy. It could be this person's. However, I feel like it would be more on your end, wanting to push through this, wanting to navigate it a little bit quicker than what this person is. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is just telling you to slow down because this is a connection that's not going anywhere. It could be that you guys had a sudden argument, a sudden fight, just a sudden falling out, you know. And it could just be that you guys experience in and out energy with this person, and it could be because there is healing. And what you need to know about spiritual connections, you guys, is the universe intentionally sets separation clauses in, you know, or we set them in our contract to see how we're going to act. Okay. The when we pull apart, it's a time of healing, it's a time of self-love, self-care, and it strengthens the bond when we come back together. That's what you need to know about these types of situations. Okay. So I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to do physical and emotional and spiritual. All right, so I'm going to go through each one of these. What do we say? Spiritual. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, so in the physical aspects of the healing dynamic here, okay, the Lover's card is coming through. So some of you guys could be dealing with a person that has been attached or is attached to somebody else. The physical aspect of this, it could be about choices. Okay, so in the circumstance of this being a choice, so if this person has to choose between you and somebody else, it is out of your control. You cannot manipulate or navigate this person's mindset. And if they are coming out of a relationship, you need to think that they're not being with you right now because they don't want to be with you. But there is a healing dynamic. There's a, you know, this, you can't go from one relationship right into the next and expect it to be taking off without a hitch. It does not work like that, you guys. If you don't heal and process through old dynamics, what you're left with is turmoil. It doesn't matter if this person was like, oh, it was over years before we ever separated. It's not true, because there's a whole bunch of there's chaos that needs to be cleared. There's there's a routine, a new routine that this person has to deal with being independent. They have to have this established independence without having somebody before they can just totally come in and accept you and be with you. That's why spirit is not allowing the connection to come through fully, especially if this is about choices and decisions, because that's what the Lover's card represents, aside from that of soulmate. Okay. Now, if this person hasn't been in a relationship for a while and they have cleared, and this is just two single people, the Lover's card is just depicting choices, independence. It's inhabiting that love that you would have for somebody and putting it back into yourself. Okay, even if you've been single for a long time and you just really want the connection to come through, you probably are somebody who has not quite given yourself the love and capacity that you have given other people. And what spirit wants you to know is you need to give that love back into yourself. All right, because the only soul contract you really need to have that's healthy and healed is the one between you and your higher self. You guys, treat yourself as you would treat in what you have given to everybody else in the past. It's time to start influencing that back into yourself, you guys. All right. So the Lover's card is really, making that decision and that choice to take care of you and yourself while everything is happening in the background. And the more you do that on the physical level, the more you will gravitate towards this connection, as you should. Okay. Um, in the emotional healing dynamic, the Four of Cups. So basically your emotions. Oh my God, did I miss this opportunity? Is this done? Is it over with? Is it kaput? No. Spirit saying no, it's not. All right. That the opportunity is coming back around. So just because you're going through this chaotic moment right now, it doesn't mean that it's all the end all be all. It's not. It's not like that, you guys. It's a dynamic that is sure to come back around. But what you need to do is let go of it. You got to let go of it. All right. Why does this happen to me? No. How come I'm always the last to love? How come nobody puts in what I give? How come nobody does this for me? How come I always get fucked over? How come I always get screwed over? You guys cannot think like that. It's all about I deserve love. I am receiving love. I am giving love. And you know what? You have to understand that not every single fucking fucked up dynamic, excuse my over usage of that word, it's not always your fault, and it's not always your karmic situation, Capricorn. Sometimes the other person needs to learn a lesson too. And what the universe wants you to know in your emotional body is it's really not all about you. It's not all about your karmic lesson. It's not all about how shitty you have it. So turning that dynamic around, when you start to turn that back around, the motion will come back to you, you guys. The reason why I get so heated or got so heated just now is because I have been that person and constantly asking why me, why me, why me? I'm beautiful on the outside. I'm beautiful on the inside. I have the heart the fucking size of the sun. And why? And finally one day, and I don't ever get advice from my mom, but my mom of all people was like, maybe when you stop asking yourself why, things will start to turn around. And that's probably the best love advice I've ever gotten from my mom, you know? And it's true. All right. So stop asking yourself why shitty shit happens to you guys. You have to turn around that thinking, because just as well as manifesting good things, we can manifest negative situations. Another example was when I moved. My ex and I were in a really toxic relationship, and he was always coming around my house, always coming around my house. And I'm just like, I don't want him here. I don't want him here. I don't want him here. It's toxic. It's bullshit. It's da 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 da. And that was when I first started getting into the spiritual dynamic. And I was watching this one guy, and he's like, you got to take away the negative connotations. No, can't, won't, and don't. And if you take that out, the universe is giving you what you want, because the universe does not recognize negative connotations. I was like, holy shit. All right. So this epiphany, these bells go off, and I stopped saying that. I stopped saying, I don't want him to come around. I stopped even thinking about him because I didn't want him to come around. And guess what? He stopped coming around, you guys. So you have to be cognitive and self-aware of what you're putting out there to the universe. Okay. I only attract positive and loving situations. I am being rewarded. All right. On the spiritual aspect of healing, it's all about thinking and knowing that everything is going to turn around and move forward for you. Just knowing that you're not stuck. All right. Things are moving forward. And we have to remember too, for those of you who believe in God, there's a verse in the Bible, and I'm not going to get super biblical, because there's a lot that, goes both ways, but, time, it doesn't exist. And 10 years can go by for us, and it's said that God is barely shutting his eyes to blink before our prayers answered. So what you need to know and realize is that there is no such thing as time, and we are moving forward. And this is a connection too that will move forward both physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And you have to know that in the spiritual realm of things, it is moving forward for you and this person on your heart space. It is. But the more positive and loving energy we can put back to ourselves, the more we can pray on behalf of this person, the more beautiful you'll see things move forward for you. All right. So let's see who it is we're talking about. This person. Who is this person? This person, definitely divine masculine energy coming through, or divine counterpart. All right. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. With the Magician card, Gemini, with the King of Swords, Gemini, and with the Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So heavy, heavy, heavy Gemini energy here. Doesn't have to be, but this person, so who they are, I feel that the Magician card is calling that divine counterpart. Whether it's a male or female does not matter, but this is a divine counterpart. So this is also somebody who is travels. Okay, so we have travel coming through here. So they could travel a lot for work. They could travel just to travel. But this is somebody who is all about business, stability, finances, abundance. This is a skilled entrepreneur. This is somebody who's very honest. So no matter what has transpired, all right, through this dynamic, this person has been very, very honest with you. All right. The only thing that happens that I can see that could be a negative with this person is they could be quiet and misuse their power or be manipulative at times. But I don't feel that that's coming through as negative energy. All right. I feel we're all guilty of manipulation to some degree. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And this person's not either. But I do feel like they've been quite truthful, direct, and honest with you. This is somebody too that if they get hurt, they can be kind of cold hearted, but somebody that is coming through as that Ace of Swords, a victory, a win, and a success. All right. So the more you heal your own dynamic in life, your own independent, separate energy, because you have to have a life independent of each other or it will never work. You essentially will heal this person. The Magician card says that this is coming back around too. As a side note, you're going to manifest this person. They could very well be manifesting the connection and the dynamic back together just as well. All right. This person, I'm going to tell you this. I feel like this person knows that they're not ready for the whole deep dynamic. All right. But they do want it. They're just not ready for it right now. Time apart is going to be of the essence when it comes to this connection. And this person's not dumb. They know that. All right. And I'm not saying anything on behalf of you, but it's like, even no matter how much you want it, this person knows I have to heal before I can be with you, even if they're not as spiritual as you. Okay. They know that they have to heal because they want to give you the best version of themselves they have. All right. So think about it like that, in love and light and care. Okay. So let's see how it is they feel about you. How do they feel about you, Capricorn? Look at that, man. Holy shit. Queen of Swords coming through. So they know that you are meant to be in their life. They want to heal. They want to heal the dynamic with you, okay? They want to clear up any illusion, any uncertainty, any disillusion that has transpired between you and them. They also want to pull out of the period of where you guys have separated. They want to pull that out. They want to heal with you, okay? They want to tell you what's going on in their mind space. They want to give you a little piece of their heart and tell you how they feel. But they know that there's healing that needs to take place first, okay? The Queen of Swords. I mean, if you guys have resonated with this and you have been married or committed to this person does want that connection back. However, I'm not going to go right to that. I kind of feel like these have been fully non-committed relationships coming through, or situationships. But this person sees you as a divine counterpart, and they do want to heal the connection with you. And they look at your energy as very, very healing and forgiving just as well. So this person has a lot of love for you. All right. So let's see what they want to tell you, what they want you to know, what they want you to know. I found in the Taurus read, you guys, I had to clarify these cards. With Virgo, I did not. All right, and I don't feel like I'm going to have to do that with you. Look at that. Okay, so here is what this person has for you. You came closer than anyone, and that's going to be on that mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical level. All right, I want to feel that way again. All right, so you've given this person something really that's shining through. They haven't experienced anything like this. Look at, I'm starting to understand our connection, and we have I want you. All right, so I don't feel like those need clarification by no means. So this person's really coming through. I feel like you might be the more spiritual one, but I feel like you've, if anything, opened up this person's eyes and their heart space to what the true love dynamic is. So let's see what your advice is for this connection. Your advice. Look at that. It's all going to work out, okay? You guys need to focus on your own independence and stability right now. And this is going to be a connection that will come back around. What Spirit's wanting you to know is to work and focus on yourself. This is the single person's card. You need to work and focus on your own self, love, wishes, fulfillment, money, finances, family, children, life. Declutter, just work as much as you can on yourself, on your hobbies, and make yourself happy. All right. And you guys have this new beginning coming through with that full card. So that's all. A lot of positive energy, I have to say. A lot of positive energy. So I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to pull some initials to see who is coming through. And it could be yours or this person's first, middle, or last. It doesn't have to be. The initials are a side note. We have H-O-W-I. What do we have? L-G. And B. All right. Capricorn, beautiful read. I'm going to leave it here. You guys take care.